Speed market.
429, take 2. Be camera only.
Action!
You must know that every one of our beds is needed.
Thank you. Got it.
I think the art department on this show are absolutely superlative, and it was really brought home to me this sense of, this whiff of authenticity that is manufactured but that we're aspiring to, is each time I open a newspaper in a breakfast scene, it's the correct date.
What a tragedy.
I mean, it may not be the actual day, but it's the right month, the facsimile of the paper. And it really hit me when we were doing an episode set in 1917. And we were just gearing up for the scene, and I was, next to an advert for Wing Carnis or, some hair curling tong device. There was the piece about Tsar Nicholas being executed, being, the whole family, the Romanov family being wiped out in the cellar. And then on another page there was the sort of British minister's report on his verdict on it, and then the Russian official saying that this had to be done. And you thought, this is today's news. Look at this, a man in misery.
Who's in misery?
The king, according to Robert.
Why?
He has to deal with a Labour government. Why do you think? It's a seismic event in world history, and it's in today's news next to an advert for, Thompson's Brassieres or something. And it made it come home very, very vividly. It's not going to change the way one does a scene, but it just informs something, something better than it being a blank page and you having to pretend. It felt very real.
So Bates was in London that day.
It's like stepping back in time, especially stepping onto set in Highclere, in here. And in costume, there's no need to prepare for the role. You're just in character immediately, it feels.
I was head housemaid in my last position.
You were senior housemaid out of 2 in a much smaller house.
And obviously because it's on set and you're in like some massive studio, it does feel very different. And obviously like up here, whilst we are at Highclere, like beautiful rooms and kind of like tapestries and furniture. And like down, or so to speak, downstairs over at Ealing, like there's a lot of kind of like wooden tables and stone and kind of like plaques. So it feels like a completely like different world in the first place. But the kind of atmosphere it's very, very friendly. I think we're very tight.
Good spot there. Good spot there.
Like I think a lot like the servants, and then with Carson and Mrs. Hughes, we are like our own little family downstairs anyway. There are scenes of us having tea, we've got our crumpets out and everything like that. So it's very, very friendly, very kind of like open and warm.
Big. And background action, and action.
The great thing with how it's been working, filming both here and in Ealing, and because of what dominates Ealing and what dominates here, sometimes we won't see one another for weeks because I'll be filming here and you'll then be filming in Ealing, and so it all starts to then cross over at a certain point in the storyline. So that's really fun. But I didn't even realise quite at the time how much that would make an impact. It's almost like the upstairs downstairs, in that only very often do we cross over.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Carson.
It's almost like 2 different casts.
Yeah.
Like almost like 2 different kind of like families that actually do go together.
And inhabit in one place, but it's 2 families almost.
We live a completely different kind of life, Papa.
Obviously.
Well, it's a fantastic kitchen for a start. They've built the most amazing thing you've ever seen, and everybody wants it to live in, really, don't they?
Yeah. I only need the basics. How to pour an egg, how to make tea.
Do you know how to make tea?
Not really.
I mean, the table is about 10 feet long, and it's always got, many people at it chopping, and I've got lots of staff, lots of maids and kitchen boys, and it's usually just manic, absolutely manic.
Nearly done. Get them back in the oven, but keep watch. No, don't put that one in yet.
Can I have the Epsom salt? It's weird, like how much stuff I have to carry, and all this stuff that I do is so physical, and I just don't understand how anyone did it. Like a young girl, because I'm carrying all this stuff to do the fires for 5 minutes, and then they say cut, and then I put it all down. Yeah, and my hands have got all these marks on them. Everything's so heavy, and everything we pick up is a million times heavier than...
The pans. Yeah. Have you picked the pans?
Yeah, and like the thing that you pour the water out of, it's just...
Everything is 14 times heavier than anything you've ever lifted, and that's without anything in it.
Yeah,
I do, they're very good, aren't they? Because they put things in and have it smoking and it looks like proper food. That's the other thing I like.
Yeah, all the food.
Make it look, the cooker is hot. and you know it all is working and everything's
working and all the food looks amazing.
The food is unbelievable, isn't it?
But apparently we're not supposed to eat it. I didn't know.
No,
it.
you're not. No.
I had a little bit because
they spray it.
I didn't know they sprayed it.
What the devil's going on? Rachel, explain this.
Explain what?
Why am I not being given anything decent to eat?
Leave it.
And we were doing this big feast and it was pretty amazing stuff. And there was like this carrot cake. I didn't know, I had a little bit.
And it's sprayed with some poisonous.
I didn't die, I'm fine.
Listen to me and take those kidneys up to the servery before I knock you down and serve your brains as fritters.
Yes, Mrs. Patmore.
Yeah, it's no secret to say that we all slightly groan when we see interior dining room, because we know that that's going to involve either a smelly quail by 3 p.m. Or a bit of fish that's going off pretty quick, you know. And so there's a challenge to see how little you can eat during a scene, or how judiciously you can sip the wine, or whatever it might be.
I will hold it steady and you can help yourself, sir. No. Yes, I know.
I don't get tired of it. You don't sort of turn up and go, oh, here again. Except when we're in the dining room.
I do apologise, my lady. Mr. Lang, get a clock.
That's the one place I never want to go ever again. If I visit Highclere in 20 years, I'll just sort of... I'll black it out.
Edith, go with Branson and fetch Major Clarkson. I'll telephone and explain what's happened.
What about my dress? I often get my hands painted all red, and sometimes I get all dirt put on, not dirt, but black put under all my nails so I look dirty. Get my hair all greased up, and I get black put on my face if I've been doing the fires.
Heavens, girl! You're building a fire, not inventing it. How many have you done?
This is my last till they come downstairs. So that's really weird because the other week I just got on the train. I dropped straight at the train. I just got changed. I sat on the train like next to this woman and I thought she was looking at me in disgust. And I looked and I just looked disgusting, like I hadn't had a bath for about a month.
Very well. Now get back down to the kitchens before anyone sees you.
And I really wanted to go, I'm actually making a period drama at the moment. But I thought, no, I can't say that. So I just had to just hide my hands.
And I've got burns all over because Mrs. Patmore, well, obviously has a lot of burns.
And they look so good.
Looks like I've been self-harming.
Nothing in life is sure.
Especially when you stand there with that knife in the kitchen. She really looks really fierce.
What in God's name? I must have put those ruddy prongs in wrong.
The set is such a happy place to be, and I think that transmits, you know, and it sort of rubs off on people, and it's wonderful fun making it, and obviously it's, you know, great fun to watch. So long may it continue.